All right. I was like, is there a short list? I'm like,
And he would still the savior still, but it told us where we stand. Flash Gordon was there in silver underwear. Claude Rains was the invisible man. Then something went wrong. Wolf Eric and King Kong, they got caught in a yellow jam. Then at a deadly pace, it came from outer space. And this is how the message ran. Science fiction, double feature, Dr. X, well-built creature, see androids fighting, Brad and Janet, and Francis started Forbidden Planet. At the late night double feature picture show. I knew Yoji was over a barrel when Tarantula took to the hills. And I really got hot when I saw Janet Scouts fight a Triffid that spits poison and kills. And her angels and crews gave him the rules and passing them useless skills. But when worlds collide, says George Pal to ignite, I'm gonna give you some terrible thrills. Like, science fiction, double feature, Dr. X, well-built a creature, see androids fighting, Brad and Janet, and Francis started Forbidden Planet. At the late night double feature picture show. I wanna go to the late night double feature picture show by RKO. To the late night double feature picture show. The back row. To the late night double feature picture show.
Wasn't it wonderful? Didn't Betty Monroe look radiantly beautiful? I can't believe it. Just an hour ago, she was playing Betty Monroe, and now she's Mrs. Ralph Hatchet.
Yes, Janet, Ralph's a lucky guy.
Yes,
And everyone knows Betty's a wonderful little cook.
yes,
And Ralph himself will be in line for a promotion in a year or two.
yes, Brad.
Hey, Janet,
Yes, Brad.
I've got something to say.
Yes?
I really love the skillful way you beat the other girls to the bride's bouquet. The river was deep, but I swam it. The future is ours, so let's plan it. So please don't tell me to can it. I have one thing to say, and that's damn it, Janet, I love you. The road was long, but I ran it. There's a fire in my heart, and you fan it. If there's one fool for you, then I am it. I have one thing to say, and that's damn it, Janet, I love you. Here's a ring to prove that I know your girl. There's 3 ways that love can grow. That's good, bad, or mediocre. Oh, J-A-N-E-T, I love you so.
Oh, it's nicer than Betty Monroe had. Now we're engaged and I'm so glad that you got mom and you know dad. There's one thing to say and that's proud. I'm mad for you. Oh,
Damn it! Oh, Janet! I love you too. There's one thing left to do, and that's go see the man who began it. When we met in his science exam it, maybe give you the eye and can it. I have one thing to say, and that's damn it, Janet, I love you. Damn it, Janet.
alright, I'm mad.
Damn it, Janet. I love you.
I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey. It seemed a fairly ordinary night when Brad Majors and his fiancée Janet Weiss, 2 young, ordinary, healthy kids, left Denton that late November evening to visit a Dr. Everett Scott, ex-tutor and now friend to both of them. It's true there were dark storm clouds. Heavy, black, and pendulous, toward which they were driving. It's true also that the spare tire they were carrying was badly in need of some air. But they, being normal kids and on a night out, well, they were not going to let a storm spoil their events of their evening. On a night out, it was a night out that they were to remember for a very long time.
What's the matter, Brad, darling?
I think we took the wrong fork in the road a few miles back there. We better go on ahead up the road and see if we can find our way back. Oh, darn, Janet!
What was that bang?
It appears we have a blow on the front left-hand tire.
Oh,
You stay here and keep warm while I go for help.
but where will you go? We're in the middle of nowhere.
Well, didn't we pass a castle down the road a few miles back? Maybe they have a telephone I might use.
I'm coming with you.
Darling, there's no point in both of us getting wet.
I'm coming with you. Besides, darling, the owner of the telephone may be a beautiful woman, and you may never come back. In the velvet
I can see the rain just the same. There has got to be something better here for you and me. There's a light
Over at the Frankenstein place. Burning in the fireplace.
There's a light in the darkness of everybody's life. The darkness must go down the river of night dreaming. Flow, Morpheus, flow, let the sun and light come streaming into my life, into my life.
Over at the Frankenstein place. Burning in the fireplace. There's a light, a light.
In the darkness of everybody's life. Oh, it's all right, Janet.
Oh, Brad, let's go back. I'm cold and I'm frightened.
Oh, just a moment, Janet. They might have a telephone.
Hello?
Hi. Look, we're in a bit of a spot. I wonder, could you help us? We see our car broke down the road a few miles back, and we were just wondering if you had a telephone we might be able to use.
You're wet?
Yes, the rain has been very heavy.
Yes.
Yes. Perhaps you'd both better come inside.
You're too kind.
You're too kind. And so, after braving the inclement weather and some not too little time, it seemed fortune had smiled down on Brad and Janet, and that they found the assistance that their plight required. Or had they? There certainly was something about this place to which a wet night and a flat tire had brought them that made the both of them uneasy. But if they were to reach their destination that evening, they would have to ignore such feelings and take advantage of whatever help was offered.
Wait!
Here.
Excuse me.
Oh, Brad, what sort of place is this? Oh, I'm frightened.
Oh, it's probably just some sort of hunting lodge for rich weirdos. But Janet, you're shivering.
Yes, I'm wet.
Oh, look! Feel this! There's hot air coming from this grill in the wall. Take off your sweater and dry it here. I'll keep a lookout for the Undertaker. Oh, for God's sake, keep a grip on yourself, Janet. I'm here. There is absolutely nothing to worry about. Here. Dry my coat, too.
Okay.
Oh, it's all right, Janet. It's all right, Janet. Hi. Look, if we could just use your telephone, we'll move right along. I'm sure you've got lots of things to do and a great evening planned.
Yes, you've arrived at a rather special night. The master's having one of his affairs.
Lucky old him.
He's lucky I'm lucky you're lucky we're all lucky.
All except Eddie. Eddie?
The delivery boy.
His delivery wasn't good enough.
The master only wanted to help the boy better his position.
Oh, well, that's very commendable.
Yes. Seems like only yesterday since he went.
Where?
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely.
Not very much longer.
I've got to keep control. You're the time one, drinking those moments when the blackness would hit me and the point would be calling. Rescue time
And you folks know how to Madison? Oh, come on, Janet. Out, out, step, touch, step, touch.
I want to get out of here. It's so unhealthy here.
Well, we can't go anywhere until I get to a telephone.
This isn't the Junior Chamber of Commerce,
Oh,
Brad.
they're probably just foreigners with ways different than our own. They might do some more folk dance.
Look, I'm cold, I'm wet, and I'm just plain scared.
Look, I'm here, Janet. There is nothing to worry about. How do I see you met my faithful handyman? He's a little brought down because when you knocked, we thought you were the candy man. Don't get thrown out by the way I look. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not much of a man by the light of day, but by night I'm one hell of a lover. I'm just a sweet transvestite.
Sweet transvestite.
Sexual Transylvania. So let me show you around, maybe play you a sound. You look like you're both pretty groovy. And if you want something visual that's not too abysmal, we can take it an old Steve Reeves movie. I'm glad we caught you at home. Could we use your phone? We're both in a bit of a hurry. Right. We'll just stay where we are and then get back to the car. Look, we don't want to be anywhere. So you got caught with a flat whale. How about that? Well, baby, don't you panic. By the light of the night, it'll all seem alright. I'll get you a satanic mechanic. I'm just a sweet transvestite.
Sweet transvestite.
From transsexual Transylvania. So why don't you stay for the night? Or maybe a bite? I could show you my favorite obsession. I've been making a man, blonde hair and a tan, and he's good for relieving my dead jazz. I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. Hit it, I'm just a sweet transvestite.
Sweet transvestite.
From transsexual Transylvania. So, come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shit with anticipation. But maybe the rain is really to blame. So I'll remove the cause, but not the symptom. It's all right, Janet. We'll play along for now, and we'll pull out cases when the time is right.
This is no time for card tricks, Brad. Are you sure we'll be all right?
No bad.
I'm sure, Janet. Oh, hi. I'm Brad Majors, and this is my fiancée, Janet Weiss. You are...
You're very lucky to be invited to Frank's laboratory. A lot of people would give their right arm for the privilege.
Oh, people like you, maybe.
I've seen it.
Is husband?
The master is not yet married, nor do I think he ever will be. We are simply his servants.
Unlock a mind, unmind a lock. It's the same as the beginning of the end. Do you follow?
No.
It's an anagram, Janet.
I wonder, may I offer you something refreshing?
No.
No. You're right. I won't. How delightful to have fresh faces around. Magenta, Columbia, go and assist Riffraff. I will entertain,
Brad Majors.
Brad Majors.
And this is my fiancée, Miss Janet Weiss.
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 Enchanted. How nice. And what charming underclothes you both have. But, here, put these on. They'll make you feel less vulnerable. We don't often receive visitors here, let alone show them hospitality.
Hospitality? All we wanted was to use your telephone. A reasonable request which you have chosen to ignore.
Don't be ungrateful, Brad.
Ungrateful?
How forceful you are, Brad. What a perfect example of manhood, so dominant. You must be very proud, Janet.
Yes.
Tell me, Brad, do you have any tattoos?
Certainly not.
Oh, well, how about you?
Everything is in readiness, master. We merely await for you to give the word.
Tonight, Brad and Janet, you are to witness a new breakthrough in biochemical research, and paradise is to be mine!
How wonderful for you.
Yes, it was strange the way it happened. One of those quirks of fate, really. One of those moments where everything looks black. The chips are down. Your back is against the wall. You panic. You're trapped. There's no way out. And even if there was, it would probably be a one-way ticket down to the bottom of a bear. And then suddenly, you get a break. All the pieces seem to fit into place. What a sucker you've been. What a fool. The answer was there all the time. It took a small accident to make it happen. An accident! An accident! That's how I discovered the secret. That elusive ingredient, that spark, that is the breath of life. Yes, I have that knowledge. I hold the key to life itself. You see, Brad and Janet, you are fortunate. For tonight is the night my beautiful creature is destined to be born! Throw open the switches of the sonic oscillator and step up the reactor power and put 3 more points!
Brad.
It's all right, Janet.
Oh!
Brad.
It's all right, Janet.
Ooh!
Oh, it's all right, Janet.
The sword of dance is hanging over my head, and I've got the feeling someone's gonna be cutting the thread. Oh, woe is me, my life is a misery, and can't you see that I'm at the start of a pretty big downer? I woke up this morning, dark as I fell out of bed. And left from my dream a sense of unnameable dread. My highest hopes are dressed up with no place to go. And all I know is I'm at the start of a pretty big downer.
RockyHorror, you need peace of mind. I want to tell you that you're doing just fine. You're the product of another time, and feeling down, well, that's no crime.
That ain't no crime.
A sword of death hanging on my head.
That ain't no crime.
And I've got the feeling someone's gonna be cut the thread. Oh, woe is me. My life is a mystery. And can't you see that I'm at the start of a pretty big downer?
That ain't no crime.
Well, really? That's no way to behave on your first day out. Well, nobody's perfect. But you did do a pretty good job in the body work. You are the result of many hours of toil. And now, my beautiful creature, you are ready for the ultimate test. Oh, dear. But first, meet the family. Well, Riffraff, what do you think?
He's a credit to your genius.
Magenta?
The triumph of the will.
What do you think, Columbia?
He's okay.
Okay! I think we can do better than that! Well, Brad and Janet, what do you think?
I don't like a man with too many muscles.
I didn't make him for you. He carries the Charles Atlas seal of approval. Maestro. A weakling weighing 98 pounds gets sand in his face when kicked to the ground. And soon in the gym, with a determined chin, the sweat from his pores as he works for his cause will make him glisten and gleam, and with massage and just a bit of steam, he'll be pink, but quite clean. He'll be a strong man. Oh, honey, but the wrong man. He'll eat nutritious, high protein, and swallow roids. Try to build up his shoulders, his chest, arms, and legs. Such an effort, if he only knew of my plan, when in just 7 days I can make you a man. He'll do press-ups and chin-ups, do the snatch, clean and jerk. Dynamic tension sounds like awfully hard work. Such strenuous living, I just don't understand. When in just 7 days I can make you a
Whatever happened to Saturday night? When you dressed sharp and it felt alright. It don't seem the same since the
Come here. One from the vault.
Why did you keep him in there? He's so ugly.
A certain naive charm, but no muscle. We had a mental relationship.
But a deltoid and a bicep, a hot groin and a tricep makes me shake, makes me wanna take Charles Atlas by the hand. Just 7 days, I can make you a man. I don't want no deception, just dynamic tension. Just 7 days, I can make you a man. Dig it if you can. Just 7 days, I can make you a man.
Welcome back, Windsor. Shut up. Do pay attention. There are some who say life is an illusion, that reality as we know it is merely a figment of our imaginations. If this is so, Brad and Janet are quite safe. But there are some who have a far more physical philosophy. Those who would stop at nothing to satisfy their base desires. It could be that Brad and Janet are among those that hold the devil's reins.
Yes, Brad. Yes, my darling. But what if...
It's all right, Janet. Everything's going to be all right.
I hope so, my darling. I'm so You!
I'm afraid so, Janet. But wasn't it nice?
You beast! You monster! What have you done with Brad?
Nothing. Why? Do you think I should?
You tricked me. I wouldn't have. I've never. Oh my God, never!
I know, but it wasn't all bad, was it? Not really even half bad. In fact, I think perhaps you found it quite pleasurable. So soft, so sensual.
No! Stop! I mean, help. Brad! Brad!
Brad's probably asleep by now. Do you want him to see you like this?
Like this? Like how?
Like this?
It's your fault. You're to blame. I was saving myself.
Well, I'm sure you're not spent yet. And it was enjoyable, wasn't it? You did like it, didn't you? There's no crime in giving yourself over to pleasure, is there? We could try for an action replay. Oh, Janet, you've wasted so much time already. Oh, Brad needn't know. I won't tell him.
Are you sure you won't tell him? Yes, Brad. Yes, my darling. But what if...
It's all right, Janet. Everything's going to be all right.
I hope so, my darling.
You? I'm afraid so, Brad. But wasn't it nice?
You fiend! You scoundrel! What
what have you done with Janet?
Nothing. Why, do you think I should?
You tricked me. I wouldn't have. I've never. Oh my God, never!
I know, but it wasn't all bad, was it? Not really even half bad. In fact, I think you found it quite pleasurable. So soft, so sensual.
Oh, stop! Help! I mean, stop! I mean, Janet. Oh, Janet!
Janet's probably asleep by now. Do you want her to see you like this?
Like this? Like how?
Like this!
Oh, it's your fault. Oh, you're to blame. I thought this was the real thing.
Well, I'm sure you're not spent yet. Come on, Brad, admit it. It was enjoyable, wasn't it? You did like it, didn't you? There's no crime in giving yourself over to pleasure, is there? We could try for an action replay. Oh, Brad, you've wasted so much time already. Janet needn't know. I won't tell her.
Are you sure? You wouldn't go to...
Last of the laboratory is empty. Rocky has vanished. The new playmate is loose somewhere in the building.
Coming!
What's happening here? Where's Brad? Where's anybody? Oh, if only we hadn't taken this journey. If only our car hadn't broken down. If only we were among friends or sane persons.
If and only. Two small words kept repeating themselves again and again. Here, have a drink. In Janet's thoughts, but it was too late to go back now. It was if she were riding a giant tidal wave. It would be folly to fight against it. Her only chance would be ride it out, adapt, and perhaps also survive.
Oh, it's you. Look, I'm trying to hide from my creator and his minion. Oh, they scare me. I feel all is not well here. And I've been thinking a lot about Eddie.
It's a feeling of foreboding.
It's all like some terrible dream.
Is it true? You don't like a man with too many muscles?
Well,
Do you have any lip gloss?
I'm engaged to Brad, just the same as Betty Monroe was to Ralph Hapshat. But Frank's kisses overwhelmed me with an ecstasy I had never dreamed of before. Hot, burning kisses. I could see Brad's face before me, and my mind screamed no! But my lips were hungry, too hungry. I wanted to be loved and loved completely. My body throbbed excitedly. Oh, Brad! How could I have done this to you?
This room is like a womb to me.
There, you see? It's instinctive. You returned here for one reason. Security. Oh, Brad, what have they done with you?
Janet's feelings ran wild as she frantically manipulated the selector switch on the TV monitor. The screen threw up images of empty rooms and corridors. Finally, she stopped at Frank's bedroom.
Oh!
Oh. You can't rely on anyone.
Oh, Brad, how could you?
If one is suffering from the pangs of remorse for a sexual indiscretion, it would seem logical that the transgressor would be sympathetic toward a loved one caught committing a similar misdemeanor. But emotion is an irrational and powerful master, and from what Janet witnessed on the monitor, there seemed little doubt that she was indeed its slave.
Tell us about it, Janet.
I was
Did it happen? I understood you were to be watching.
I only looked away for a moment, Master.
See if you can find him on the monitor. Oh, Magenta. No, Rocky! Oh, Rocky. Oh, Rocky.
I've located him in the females' quarters, Master.
Rocky! I think I'm going to
Faint, Master.
Janet? How could she? That's it. It's over.
Over? What was over? Not the night that was certain. Brad and Janet's engagement, their love for one another. Who could say? For questions such as these, they are not to be answered by the academic. They must be left for the heart to solve. And Brad, you may be sure, had plenty of heart.
Once in a while, she don't want to call you. Speaking on the telephone. And once in your life, she won't want to know you. You look around, the one you found, she is gone. That's all the time that it takes for a heart to turn to stone. Sweeter the wine, the harder to make the break. You hear something, oh, about someone you thought you'd known.
Baby, don't cry.
Baby, don't cry. No tomorrow after the night, there's a brand new day.
There'll be no pain.
There'll be no pain
No more sorrow.
and no more sorrow. So wash your face and phone my place. It'll be okay. It's a brand new day. It'll be okay. And that's all the time that it takes for a heart to beat again. So give me a sign that a lover makes. You look around, the one you found is back again. Is back again. Is back again. Is back again.
How maudlin. How pathetic. Your baggage has dared to defile my beautiful creature. Oh, Rocky, how could you?
Master, we have a visitor.
Oh, shit!
Great Scott. Scotty? Dr. Everett Scott!
You know this
This person?
Yes, I do. He's an old friend of mine.
I see. So this wasn't simply a chance meeting. You came here with a purpose.
What?
Our car broke down. I told you. I know what you told me, Brad. But this Dr. Everett Scott, his name is not unknown to me. Well, he was a science teacher at Denton High. And now he works for your government. Doesn't he, Brad? He's attached to the Bureau of Investigation of that which you call UFOs. That's right, isn't it, Brad? Maybe, I don't know.
Master, the intruder has entered the building.
Ah, he's in the Zen group. Seal off all exits and all doors except for those that lead here. Riffraff, bring Rocky and Janet here. I think we should make this a social occasion. The 3 unexpected guests shall entertain us with a floor show, which I shall direct.
Dr. Scott! Brad, what are you doing here?
Don't play games, Dr. Scott. It was part of your plan, was it not? That Brad Majors and his female should check the land for you? Unfortunately for you all, there is to be a change of plans. I'm sure you're adaptable, Dr. Scott. I know Brad is.
I can assure you that Brad's presence here comes as a complete surprise to me, as does the setup you have here. I didn't expect it to be quite so...
Sophisticated, Dr. Scott? Or should I say, Dr. Von Scott?
What exactly are you implying?
They didn't do nothing! This machine here.
What do you think it is, Doc?
At this precise moment, it's hard to tell, but it seems to be made out of a metal that is not of this earth. I would say it is from another planet.
Brad!
Janet?
Rocky!
Dr. Scott? Brad!
Janet?
Rocky!
Dr. Scott? Brad!
Janet?
Rocky!
Dr. Scott?
Oh, Rocky! Oh, Rocky!
Piss off!
Listen, I made him, and I can break him just as easily. I'll pull his plug out!
I suppose you intend to do with us as you've done to Eddie.
Eddie? I've seen him. He looks terrible.
What do you know of Eddie, Dr. Scott?
I happen to know a great deal of a lot of things. You see, Eddie happens to be my nephew.
Dr. Scott!
Yes, Fred. My sister's boy. I knew he was in with a bad crowd, but it was worse than I imagined. Aliens!
Tell him, Doc.
From the day he was born, he was troubled. He was the thorn in his mother's side. She tried in vain,
but he never caused nothing but pain.
Einstein tried from the day she was gone. All he wanted was a little porn and a motorbike, shooting up junk.
He was a low-down, evil little punk.
When he said he didn't like to say he knew he wasn't no good kid. But when he threatened your life with a switchblade knife, what a guy! I did.
Everybody shoved him. I very nearly loved him. I said, hey, listen to me. Stay sane inside infinity. But he locked the door and he threw away the key.
But he must have been drawn into something, making him bored. Anything in notes is red.
What is that?
what did he say?
I'm out of my head. Oh, hurt, or I may be dead. They mustn't carry out their evil deeds.
When he said he didn't like he said he knew he wasn't no good kid. But when he threatened your life with a switchblade knife,
What a guy. I did.
when he said he didn't like he said he knew he wasn't no good kid. But when he threatened your life with a switchblade knife,
What a guy.
Makes you cry.
Say a prayer for Eddie. I just defrosted him. His destiny is in the bag.
I'll put him down the waste disposal.
Okay, it's start time. Your friends set the solid transducer on programming. Secure all levels at 0. I'll tell you once, won't tell you twice. You better wise up, Jenny Wise. Your apple pie don't taste too nice. You better wise up, Jenny Wise. Shoot me all you need. You're as sensual as a pencil, wound up like an E or first string. When we made it, did you hear a bell ring? Got a bra? Take my advice. You better wise up, Jenny Wise. The transducer will seduce ya.
My feet! I can't move my feet!
My heels! My God, I can't move my heels! It's as if we're glued to the spot! Ha ha ha! You are so quick with fear, you tiny fools!
We're trapped!
Eat something you'll get used to. A mental mind fuck can be nice. You won't find Earth people quite the easy mark that you imagine. This sonic transducer, I suppose it is some sort of audio vibratory physiomolecular transport device. You better believe it, baby. You mean? Yes, Fred. It's something we ourselves have been working on. But it seems our friend here has found a way of perfecting it. A device that is capable of breaking down solid matter and then projecting it through space, and who knows, perhaps time itself!
You mean he's going to send us to another planet?
Planet! Schmanet! Janet! You better wise up, Janet Wise. You better wise up, build your thighs up. You better wise up.
And then she cries out.
Don't get hot and flustered. Use a bit of mustard. You're a hot dog, but you'd better not try to hurt her. Frankfurter! Magenta, relax. Columbia, the artists are in a molecular state somewhere between entrance and exit. When they've pulled themselves together, see that they are prepared for the floor show.
not easy having a good time. Even smiling makes my face ache. And my children turn on me. Rocky's behaving just as Eddie did. Maybe I made a mistake in splitting his brain between the two of them.
When do we return to Transylvania? I grow weary of this world.
Magenta, I am indeed grateful to both you and your brother Riffraff. You have both served me well. Loyalty such as yours must be rewarded. And you will discover that when the mood takes me, I can be quite generous.
I ask for nothing, Master.
And you shall receive it in abundance. Come, our guests will be growing restless.
And so, after some extraordinary coincidence, fate, it seems, had decided that Brad and Janet should keep that appointment with their friend, Dr. Everett Scott. But it would be in a situation which none of them could have possibly foreseen. And just a few hours after announcing their engagement, Brad and Janet had both tasted forbidden fruit. This in itself was proof that their host was a man of little morals and some persuasion. What further indignities were they to be subjected to? And what of the sonic transducer and floor show that had been spoken of? What indeed? From what had come before it, it was clear that this was to be no picnic.
It was great when it all began. I was
happened to Fay Ray? That delicate satin draped frame, as it clung to her thigh, how I started to cry, 'cause I wanted to be dressed just the same. Give yourself over to absolute pleasure. Swim the warm waters of sins of the flesh. Erotic nightmares beyond any measure, and sensual daydreams to treasure forever. Can't you just see it? Whoa, oh, oh. Don't dream it, be it. 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 Don't dream it, be it.
We've got to get out of this trap before this decadence saps our bills. I've got to be strong and try to hang on, or my mind may well snap and my life will be lived for the thrill. Don't dream it's beyond me. Help me,
I'm wild and unsafe thing. I'm free with the deadly sting. Let it hit and your mind goes ping. Your heart will pump and your blood will sing. So let the party and the sound rock on. We're gonna shake it till the light has gone. Rose in my world, you save from my trouble and pain. We're wild and unsafe thing. We're free with the deadly sting. Let it hit and your mind goes ping. Your heart will pump and your blood will sing. So let the party and the sound rock on. We're gonna shake it till the light has gone. Rose in my world, you save from my trouble and pain. We're wild and unsafe thing. We're to say. I want to come again and say, smile, and it will mean I'm made. 'Cause I've seen blue skies through the tears in my eyes, and I realize it's been the same. Like I'm outside in the rain, free to try and find again. Cards for sorrow and cards for pain. 'Cause I've seen blue skies through the tears in my eyes, and I realize I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home.
How sentimental.
And also presumptuous of you. You see, when I said we were to return, I referred only to Magenta and myself. I'm sorry, however, if you found my words misleading. You see, you are to remain here. In spirit, anyway.
Great heavens, that's a laser!
Yes, Dr. Scott. A laser capable of emitting a beam of pure antimatter.
You're going to kill him? What's his crime? Oh, Brad.
You saw that to become of Etty, society must be protected.
Exactly, Dr. Scott. Now, Frankenfurter, your time has come. Say goodbye to all of this. And hello to oblivion.
Do your worst. Inferior one! You did that for me? Silly bitch. No!
You saw the way things were, the way they were going.
You did right. Oh, shit.
A decision has to be made.
And you're okay by me.
Dr. Scott, I'm sorry about your nephew.
Yes, perhaps it's for the best.
You should leave now, Dr. Scott, while it's still possible. We're about to beam the entire house to the planet Transsexual.
In the galaxy of Transylvania.
Go now! Get it! Schnell! Brad!
Our noble mission is almost completed, my most beautiful sister. And soon we shall return to the moon-drenched shores of our beloved planet.
Ah, sweet transsexual land of night, to sing and dance once more to your dark refrain, and to take that step to the right.
But it's the pelvic thrust that really drives you insane!
And our world will be the time warp again!
Activate the transit crystal!
Some insects called the human race, lost in time and lost in space and meaning. Man!